Be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatiently waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, girl, and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like, hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's in my eye. I care about one thing. What a at? Little boss, he late to the jack. Got a jet 'cause the boat even ate. And we got the fur on that. First deck in the orchestra on players. Scoring for every album project. You ain't scared to change 'cause it's incoming out your pockets. My fruity and slick. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All y'all girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games. Downstairs, come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this has been a quick start offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On first down, Watson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Watson off play action. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watson looks to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Caught by Waller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
There's converts to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Watson now to throw. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll get this forward for about 3 to the 22. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going. So they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Buchanan. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Watson's throw complete here to Waller. The Cowboys are going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Panthers are going to... Here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson.
78 yards.
And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Gardner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Dallas.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly. Got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Complete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Cowboys 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
From the 31, Watson.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. It's Mixon on the counter. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first.
Brings up 4th down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll run right here with Swift. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Panthers. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we get this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown
Their last time out looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37th. 51 yards rushing forward in the ball game now on 14 carries. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Murray now on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Murray. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, a perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give right side Swift. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Dallas. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 63 yards. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cowboys make over the 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Swift going to try up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And Murray will run it here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, here's Swift. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Panthers season will press on as we say so long, everybody.